I should probably not climb on this.
Well, it's another year, and it's another Assassin's Creed. 2018, and I think this is like, what, the 20th, 25th Assassin's Creed? Who knows how many we've got now, but this is a annual series release, and it wouldn't be 2018 if we didn't have Assassin's Creed Odyssey. So, basically, this is Assassin's Creed Origins 2.0. This time it takes place in ancient Greece. You've got all the Greek mythology with all the gods and ancient Athens and Sparta and everything that you would want. If you liked Origins from last year, then you'll like this one this year. They've refined it a little bit more, the combat, the exploration. They've opened it up a lot more. The ships are back now from Black Flag, which was a few years ago. That's back. That's not too bad. They've taken and added in a new system, kind of like Shadow of Mordor, where you have like this like bounty system where these bounty hunters or mercenaries come after you. People pay them to come after you, and you build up almost like a wanted star, like Grand Theft Auto. You'll have 5 bounty hunters or more after you at once, and you can pay off the bounty, or you can just keep killing the mercs that come after you and getting gear and stuff from them, and they get progressively harder and harder, and so on and so forth. The story is not bad if you like Greek mythology. It's tied into 300 and a lot of the Trojan War stuff, all that. I'm not going to talk too much about it. I haven't beaten the game yet. I've got about 20 hours into it. I like it. I mean, it's not bad, but if you're going into it thinking that it's something completely different than Assassin's Creed, you wouldn't be too far off from it, actually. This game and all the Assassin's Creed has less to do with being an assassin than most of the other ones do. You can still play stealth if you want, but it's not like you really have to. It almost reminds me more so of like a Far Cry now, which isn't a horrible thing. It's just I don't know. I don't really know how to explain it. It's Assassin's Creed, but it's not. Does that make sense? I hope it does. One big thing that they did do to this game was they overhauled it with the experience system from Origins, where you're not getting a whole lot of experience anymore. Starting out, you do. I mean, it's plentiful. You're doing the main story and the side quest, and you're leveling up, and you're getting decent gear. Once you start hitting this later game stuff, the XP slows down significantly, and you're basically just grinding and grinding and grinding. And in previous Assassin's Creed, Origins and so on, if somebody was a little bit stronger than you or a couple levels above you, you could still hang with them, handle your own. This one, no. If they're just 2 levels above you, they can combo you and just instantly kill you, and it's kind of disappointing. The controls are Assassin's Creed, though they do feel a little bit worse this time around. They don't feel as smooth as they did in Origins. Now, I'm not hating on the game. I like the game. I'm still playing it. It's just there's so many times where I'm climbing the side of a wall or climbing up a building or whatever, trying to get away or whatever, and I'm mashing the A button to try to go up. They won't go up. They won't move. They're just stuck there. And it's just like, okay, well, what's going on? So you push over, and they'll move over, then up. And it's like, there's freaking hand grips right above you. Why couldn't you just go up? Or there's times where you'll get stuck in, pop-ins, or you're in the middle of combat, and your character just refuses to move. You'll be standing on a ledge. You can't attack for some reason, but they're standing on the exact same ledge as you, and they have the ability to just beat your ass down. And that's just kind of weird. The trademark stuff from Assassin's Creed's here. You got your eagle and and all that. You know, you've got your side quests where you can follow people and steal stuff from people, and the origin system's back where you can upgrade your weapons, and you know, you just get tons and tons and tons and tons of loot. Obviously, the microtransactions are super heavy in this game, to the point where they're intrusive as all get out. During the loading screens, they're basically telling you, hey, buy microtransactions. Some of the reviews, and if you go online and look at those, or the tips and tricks where they're like raving about this game, they're telling you, yeah, spend that extra $10 or $15 and get this XP booster. But it's almost like, why should I have to pay for a problem that you created? You know, you're the one that designed the XP system in this game. I didn't. I don't understand why I would need to shovel out more money, considering the fact that you have like 8 different versions of this game that range from $60 to $220. And even then, buying all that stuff, you still don't get everything. You still have to buy stuff. You still have to play through the Ubisoft store, like, rewards thing, and there's tons of, well, not tons, but there's quite a few things in there that's locked that you can't get if you didn't play a demo at a certain conference or a community event or something. Well, not all of us live near where you had a conference, so we can't do this. Graphically, this game is fine. It looks okay. There is some massive slowdown, a lot of stuttering here and there. Whenever you do your synchronization with your bird, sometimes it goes smooth, sometimes it's like watching a stutter show. And this is on the 1X, which is supposedly the best version of the game that runs at 4K and, you know, 30 frames a second. Every game, all of them are supposed to be locked at 30, but they're dropping below 20. If you get into a heavy area with a lot of enemies, there's a massive amount of slowdown. If you go into a cave, it's just black as you're walking down in there, and then the textures start popping in. A lot of this stuff could probably be fixed with patches, but we don't look at the game for what it could be. We look at the game for what it is now and what we paid our $60 for. Honestly, it's not a bad game. It's not severely broken. There are issues where you'll go to load the game up and it says checking for additional content, and then it'll just sit there and it'll freeze. You'll have to delete it, or I'm sorry, shut it down, you know, relaunch it again. There's been reports where people have just gotten a broken game and they keep having to reinstall the game over and over again. So, you know, for a $60 game that ranges from, you know, that all the way up to $220, it's kind of disappointing, especially from a AAA publisher. But, you know, I'd give this game a good maybe 7 out of 10 if I had to review it right now. Obviously, that would be subject to change as I get further along in the game and I get done. But I know you can beat the main story in about 30 hours. And if you want to do all the side quests and everything, it's going to take you probably about 50 or 60 hours to do it. You know, there's like 8 different chapters in the game. They're broken up by that. But, you know, I would wait. I wouldn't spend the $60 on this game. I'd wait till Black Friday and get it for $30, and then, you know, it'd probably be worth it, and I'm sure they would have patched it by then. Let me know what you guys think. Hit the subscribe button down below, drop me a comment, and catch you on the next one.